Hey, you know all those videos you've watched on YouTube and all those articles you've read in golf magazines over the years telling you that you've got to hit down on the ball? Well, I completely disagree with this notion because I think it gives us a really bad mental image. So right after this, I want to replace that idea of hitting down with something really revolutionary, but really, really simple. So if you want to get better, please stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. I continue on my journey to hit the ball longer and straighter than ever before. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to show you how to do this too. All right, so don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating away from a slightly negative angle of attack or downwards angle of attack at the moment of impact, but I think telling people to hit down conjures up images and causes them to make actions that don't fix the problem, but instead make it worse. What I'll see instead is I'll see golfers certainly hitting steeply down on it, but still not making a divot in front of the ball. So on a TrackMan, I might see a really steep angle of attack, but for some reason they're still chunking the ball like this. So there, hey, I hit down on the ball, but I also hit 5 inches behind the ball, and the ball barely got off the tee. Now, besides a steeper angle of attack, no matter what other people might say, this does not promote compression of the ball. Advocates for more compression of the ground, but this does not the secret of getting compression of the ball. So instead of trying to hit down, I want you to think of hitting level, but I want you to think of hitting level where the correct low point is. So do yourself a favor, and you're going to take, if I can do this here, we're going to take about a maybe 9 to 12 inch piece of Gorilla. I've got Gorilla tape here. Good thing it tore on the first take here. That's good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down on the mat like this, and we can step on it a couple times, make sure it's really in there. Now I've got a 9-iron here, so let's just assume for a minute that we've got a 9-iron played right in the middle of our stance. And so here's the middle of our stance for the 9, roughly. Now what I'm going to do, I've got this set up for practice swings. The tape is set up for some practice swings. All I need to do, start by setting the club down with no forward lean at all, but just set it down like this, lined up with just inside the left heel. Start it there, and I want you to practice with very small swings, brushing that spot, just like that. Now, you know that you're doing it right by two things. If you can hear a brushing sound and not a thumping sound, that means you're coming in and you're sweeping rather than chopping too steeply downwards. Now, the other thing is the tape is giving you the feedback that's telling you that you're meeting the grass at the correct low point. Just start with little swings and make a very level brush in front of this tape over and over and over again. You notice in this video I've already done this 20 to 25 times. This is something you should have been doing from the very beginning of learning golf. Finding the low point, finding the right depth, so your divot is the same depth every time, and finding the correct location very close to the left instep. Now you can see that if the ball was in the middle of my stance and I bottomed out 3 or 4 inches in front of the ball, then very naturally, as my handle runs out of forward lean, I want to run out of forward lean right about here. Of course, here I'll have a little bit left, maybe 12, 15 degrees. It's not a lot. That'll be naturally occurring when you're just making a brush. So if we were to slow this way down, as I'm making these level brushes off the left instep, you can see that as I pass the ball, got the club forward leaning and still a slight descending blow. However, it's not in my mind to make a descending blow. This is an important distinction. It's in my mind to make a sweeping divot, level feeling off the left instep. And when you're ready, use the same swing to just chip or pitch a ball. Boy, that felt great. That had a ton of compression because I hit it in the sweet spot, and I didn't have a ton of spin loft. So I had a little bit of forward lean, but my angle of attack was not overly gouging or steep, which does not affect for the better your ball compression. So it's a very, very fundamental thing. In fact, some people believe, some instructors, including me, believe that this is, for the average golfer, the number one most important skill to learn, is how to find and locate the low point in front of the ball so that you can hit the ball clean and pop it up in the air every time. No chunks, no more thins, a lot more compression of the ball. So again, use the tape as your feedback. If you hit the tape like this, and you tear it up or rip it up a little bit, you know that your low point is too far back. The biggest mistake is for golfers to start too big. When I was 12 years old, I started like this. Just miss the tape in front over and over and over again. Figure out how you're gonna sweep it level to the ground in front of the tape. The tape will tell you if you've done it right. Once you've done a bunch of those, you can start moving it to the ball. Sweep in front, and you're gonna get some really nice strikes going. So hey, give this concept a try. Rather than hitting down, let that be built into the cake, baked into the cake, because you're reaching your low point in the correct spot. This is a very important skill. It's crucial to becoming a good golfer. I hope you'll give this a try and let me know how it works down in the comments, or if you have any other questions, leave them down in the comments. Hey, for more great tips, videos, articles, head over to my website, hititlonger.com. I think there's a lot of stuff there that's going to help make you a better golfer. I'm Steve. Thanks for watching, and as usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.